Shooting around, seeing what he can get done. It's a 2v4. Shox and Kenny, the two superstars of the team. What can they get done? Shox can get one down. That's Olaf to take a fall. They're shooting through the smoke to try and find him, but Kenny has brought it back to a 2-on-2. Shox and Kenny, they can almost taste the victory, taste the rainbow, but this Skittles commercial will come to an end very shortly unless Crims is able to get that defuse. He's got a kit. He's going to stick it, but it doesn't matter. Kenny wins around 2v4. The French tag team duo are able to get it done. Coming out from him now. Dennis will be doing the same. Crims as well is going to be backing himself off. Olaf finds ahead. He just went for a different angle. Tries to go for a wall bang as well, but Crims is able to take it to a 2 versus 2. But again, it's a French duo and one of them is Shox and one of them is dead. Shox though, 1-on-2 situation. Nothing too easy for him. He's going to be going forward. Maybe he can bring down Crims. Yes, he can. And this is suddenly a very difficult spot for them. If they keep coming into these one-on-ones, regardless of whether or not they're winning these rounds, Fnatic are going to be hard-pressed for money.
You're on point with those Mac 10s, because if you're not, you could very well be eating deagle shots to the face.
Flusha is definitely on point with his CZs right now. Kenny gets one onto Olaf, backs himself off, is rewinding to maybe go forward and get another one through, but it will be NBK to chime in. Dennis misses a shot with that AWP, and that's very surprising. Dennis is probably the only player who hasn't really been on the server properly for Fnatic today. A little bit disappointing as he was their superstar while Olaf was down and out somewhat. Still though, 2 versus 4 for them. Jumping down that ladder room will be Shox trying to trade headshots. Unfortunately will not be able to do so. He goes down to 7 HP. Now 1v3. Crims has got a CZ. AWPs on close range. Not the best gun to be having. But they might be able to get this done anyway. They walk into the crosshair. I'm not quite sure what I think about that. They could have potentially looked to save both off, but right now Olaf's going for the round save instead. And oh, NBK, he says he wants to go for the 1v1. He's not going for the plant instead. Olaf will be able to get himself on top of the train, but NBK is already there. He's going to be going for the... Oh, goodness. Great crosshair placement coming through. Good 1v1 there as well. Realizing that he couldn't go for the plant. Olaf is going to be
in the world. Who's going to win this?
I mean, Olaf himself is no mean shot either, but he's watching over towards that upper side. Crims turns around, dodges one flash, gets hit by the other, but it doesn't really matter all too much when he's able to take 2 people down regardless. He's been doing very well over towards that A main side, just getting 2 kills earlier on with the CZ. JW chiming in towards Ivy with 2 of his own. Shox can't do anything up against this, and the G2 squadron is falling apart. Finds one, the Molotov will actually stop him in his tracks along with Flush's bullets to his chest. Apex is still peeking over towards Olaf, but Olaf wins that regardless, being able to predict where Apex would be. And normally where you think of Apex as occasionally being that complete god at opening up bomb sites when he's on fire. Unfortunately, right now he doesn't look to be on fire at all. Kenny S is getting a few shots in. He does manage to bring down Olaf, and now it's a 3 versus 3 with Kenny on the AWP. Body on point. Dennis is able to take down Body though, and very quick trade comes out. Dennis in a 1v2 situation and will be looking to potentially save unless he's able to find one out over towards that Z connector side. The M4 can be incredibly effective up against that AWP if you manage to get close enough, but that's what I would say normally. But Kenny S is one of the best players in the world at those close range shots. Him and Fallen, I would say, are both probably the 2 best, and right now he's going to be Shox coming up from heaven. Are not actually looking over towards that side, and this might be biting them from behind, and Kenny S will be baring his teeth very soon if he can actually get a shot. Yes, he can. Olaf goes down along with JW. That will be Shox to defeat him, and now 2v3 in the favor of G2. They're breaking onto the side. Dennis is able to get one down, but he's going to be traded away very quickly. He was very low on HP, and Flusha now in a 1 versus 2 situation. Turning around, Body brings him down like it's nothing. 6-9 G2 Esports going up against Fnatic. We will be right back with some more. Find out who Dennis's head, but unfortunately Dennis is not revealing it. Fnatic have left the bomb. Oh, never mind. Dennis gets one very quickly onto NBK. Fnatic have left the bomb back in the spawn. Olaf is able to get another one. They might be regretting that bomb being in the spawn now. They need to start bringing it back. Dennis though down to 21 HP. JW is able to take down Apex. Now in a 2 versus 4. 1v4 very soon after. Dennis with a beautiful shot coming through onto Body. And it might be Shox who has all the weight of the world on his shoulders, but Fnatic are able to take the pistol on 10 to 6. Pretty soon he gets blinded entirely despite trying to turn around over there. Olaf Meister is able to get that quick headshot, but Kenny trades immediately as they need to start pushing forward. NBK gets another one, Kenny gets a third, and now they gets a second regardless. Now they're in a 2 versus 2. flusha and JW, they're left alive and not for long. flusha in a 1v2. This is the man you want to have, and Kenny has gone down. Body only has a farmer's. flusha has that long range advantage and picks up the AWP as well. 13-6 for fnatic. But oh, NBK just can't distract them enough with that deagle, and Kenny does end up taking a fall to Crims. They're checking every angle. They don't want to be sloppy. Apex with the 5-7 is able to counter out 1 kill onto Dennis though. Can they get anything else? Doesn't quite look like it, because NBK is going to be blocked off, but he does get that one shot in through the deagle. Olaf gets 3, Olaf gets 4, lines them up. 4 kills immediately, one by one.
Yeah, and fnatic basically
was boosted up. flusha with the SMG long range is able to get a few kills, 2 goes down, and he manages to stay alive as well. There's no Molotov to be able to flush him out of position, but you don't need that, as Kenny is able to get a deagle shot through. One player has crossed that truck side. That's going to be Dennis. Olaf coming up highway. We'll be seeing if he can flash Dennis through. Maybe get that kill onto Shox, who does have that scout. But Shox immediately crashing behind Forklift. Olaf with that incendiary will need to back himself off. Realizes that these angles are a bit too hard for him to be able to actually take. Backs himself off. Is going to be seen. Headshot. JW, UMP in hand, is waiting for the push through to come in. He gets some decent damage done, but Apex is able to bring him down regardless. Crims, though, with a deagle shot, gets bodied down and 1 through the door as well. Very nicely done. They've got a chance in this round. NBK is going forward with the AK. He's able to bring them down as well. Dennis with the deagle once again. He brings it to a 2 versus 2. Shox going from the side of Forklift. Will be able to find the head of Olaf. Dennis has got a chance over here. He does have the shot through with the deagle. He's been able to line it up. They're both in 1-shot territory for each other right now. Dennis perhaps a little bit less so, but the deagle does massive damage to the chest, even through that Kevlar. And with the bomb being dropped, oh goodness, this is Dennis's round to win for the fnatic squadron. He's holding a very tight corner. He sees the shoulder. NBK going for the peak. Will be able to go over towards the bomb safely enough and grab that, but the damage is not done yet. Dennis wins it for his round. A bit more careful, throw out a few more flashes, and now Body with the SMG is looking to really get up close and personal with JW, who is in almost the exact same spot behind Quad. Gets 1 shot through, can't quite connect. The Body will be able to bring him down. That SMG coming into play. Body picking up that AWP immediately after. Gets a shot onto Crims as well. flusha from long range. He's able to spray down NBK through the smoke. But now it's a 3 versus 4. fnatic can try to retake this. Apex going for a few shots through the hair's breadth that he has available towards him. Unfortunately, won't matter all too much to work with. And they will actually end up saving up so that they can force buy up the next round. flusha does have a deagle of his own, and right now they're doing some decent damage onto the CTs, but unfortunately that doesn't really account to all too much when the SMGs are pushing through onto you. Dennis goes down along with a few points of damage being dealt on towards flusha, but at the end of the day they're able to get Shox down. JW soon to follow. Crims is going forward with the UMP. He's got 1 more for himself. Suddenly 3 on 2. fnatic can do this. 7 versus 9. 2 HP on Body as well. All that he needs is a whisper to the air, and Crims is more than happy to provide it. NBK getting a few shots as well from JW. Now it's a 1v1. Crims has got no armor, but NBK has got no life. The grenade might end up doing it. Yes, it does. The Kobe wins the round. 9-8 fnatic. They're able to bring it back. Crims is nodding away in happiness. But beautifully done right now. G2 Esports, they're down. They have been ecoed. And fnatic, Apex in the Z connector, well done by him. He's been opening this up again in that mid side, and that just seems to be the name of the game for them. Shox though with the deagle gets 1 onto Dennis. Body chimes in with a few shots onto Olaf, but Olaf is able to stay alive. Not for long though. No, he doesn't. He does stay alive. JW won't be able to stay alive for long. Kenny with the smoke in hand, he's backing himself off, is a little bit afraid that, oh my goodness, Shox, another monstrous shot coming through. flusha from the backlines will be able to get 1, brings down another very low as well, but Olaf now with only 26 HP is going to be going for the bomb plant, just going for the money play. And G2, they seem to have done the impossible right now. They look to be on the brink of taking it away from Olaf. But of course, this 2 versus 1, despite Olaf's low health, will not be all too easy. Kenny as well has not really got the best of health. Nice little boost coming in as NBK scouts over. Now Kenny is pushing through. He hears him. Olaf knows where he's coming from. He needs to turn around, but they're going for the defuse. They're going for the fake defuse rather. And he will be able to get 1 shot down onto that quad area. Kenny players to walk into his crosshair. Olaf as well peeking into Body. Should be able to get the shot. Yes, he does. Brings down Body. 3 versus 5 for the side of G2. It's going to be a very difficult retake, but Shox is making it look possible as he takes down Olaf, though another one comes in from him, makes it a 2 versus 3. Kenny now in a 1 on 3 though. No AWP either, so you can't really expect a hero play. Beautiful flick comes out from JW. Make things possible
coming in from the back line. He's got the shot onto Kenny. No, onto Apex rather. Apex will not go down. The second shot coming through the door will be able to bring him down. Oh my goodness, Kenny has soon to follow. JW making it look easy. And now Shox and NBK, it's all up to them. NBK walking up from that highway side. Shox is already there behind Toxic Barrels. He throws out that flashbang. Will be moving forward. Can't really catch out anyone. Will end up going down. Leaves it up to NBK with his M4 Arsimov. But will that be enough for him? 15 to 12.